of private plane change of pace. And here we go. This plane is not cheap at $7,000 an hour, but that pricey hour does save me another day of those punishing roads, because there's a lot more of this archipelago to see, and time is running out. Next, I'm heading to Moyo Island, where I've been promised the ultimate in luxury.
I'm pretty sure a man just came from the deck there and came down and moved my glass of champagne into better light. I think that's the kind of resort we're going to.
If this is how my hotel ferries its guests around, I'm very much looking forward to the decadent treats that await me.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Hi.
How'd you do?
Kevin's the resort manager and a good hugger.
Yes.
What's this going to cost me a night, Kevin?
For an ocean tent, it's $800 a night.
A tent?
For a tent.
I thought this was a hotel.
It's luxury camping.
Luxury camping.
Luxury camping.
I see.
Camping here is not roughing it, quite the opposite. The resort has got 20 tents and there are 7 staff allocated for each one. It's a real privilege to be here on Moyo. 50% of the island is protected national parkland, so tourism is limited here, which adds to the exclusivity. Needless to say, the resort has its own spa, but if you want to take the waters in a more natural setting, there's this little place you can visit.
What's the name of this waterfall?
Actually, we have the special name that we call Mata G2.
Well, that's what they call it locally, but it's actually marketed to tourists who make the trip inland as the Lady Diana waterfall, after she stayed here in the early 90s.
You know, sometimes I find myself taking photographs that I know aren't going to be any good, but it's just because it's a way of trying to sort of interact with the environment. But I reckon that a better way of interacting with this particular environment is going to be to jump into it. Perhaps you're wondering how cold or hot the water is, and it's exactly as you'd hope it to be.
Well, you just can't complain when it's the sound of the sea outside your luxury tent that wakes you up.
Good morning.
I'm very well, thank you.
Even breakfast here is memorable, and not just because I got a nice hat. It hasn't been easy or cheap to get around Indonesia, but it's been very, very rewarding. After all, I've seen and done things here that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and given the choice, I'd rather hang around for a bit longer.
You know, it's funny, I'm standing here trying to think about how I'm going to end this fantastic adventure, and I've just been completely distracted by the incredible fish that I can see beneath me on this jetty. I don't think that I could have expected the amount of diversity, the incredible friendliness and beauty of the Indonesian islands that we've come across. And you know, best of all, there's another 15,000 or so to go. But my seaplane's waiting. Hello, Captain.
You can fly to Bali with British Airways or Singapore Airlines for around £900. You get around the archipelago by boat or internal flights.